conservative new media viewers, JLin fans around the world, Charlotte Hornets fans around the world, what's up? It's me, PFE Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert, and we're here to discuss Charlotte's 109-106 victory tonight over the Miami Heat in Miami, Florida. With the win, Charlotte improves to 39-29 on the season, and I believe they are now 13-19 on the road, which is so much better than they were earlier in the season. They have really improved on the road tremendously. Woo! Very happy about this win, as you might imagine. Let me just say about my own stuff, my feet and all that. I intended to go to the doctor on Tuesday. I had to cancel that for something else came up. I'm hoping to go tomorrow on Friday. I don't know. I'm pretty much the same, so I'm still here. Obviously, I was not able to make the video last night, but we are going to make this video tonight. Let's go over the statistics quickly. Miami was led by 22 points and 9 rebounds from Luol Deng. Goran Dragic, 16.7 rebounds, 8 assists. Joe Johnson, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Dwayne Wade, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Hassan Whiteside, 17 points and 7 rebounds off the bench. And their rookie, one of the rookies, Josh Richardson, had a big game himself tonight off the bench. 18 points, 4 rebounds. He played a terrific game and gave them a lot of life when they needed it. Charlotte got 21.7 rebounds, 7 assists from Kemba Walker. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists from Nick Batum. Courtney Lee, 13 points, 3 rebounds. Marvin Williams, 12 points, 5 rebounds. Al Jefferson off the bench with 21 points, 10 rebounds. Al played a little bit more tonight because Cody Zeller did not play in the second half due to knee soreness. Hopefully that won't be too bad because Cody is certainly an important part of what the team does. JLin, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Jeremy played 17 minutes, shot 1 of 6 from the field, including 0 of 1 from the 3-point range. 4 of 4 from the free throw line, no steals, no block shots, 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, and his plus-minus was a +2. The reason why Jeremy didn't play more minutes in this game was because he got into foul trouble, or else he would have played more, I'm sure, but he had to come out of the game relatively early in the fourth quarter because he had picked up his 4th foul. And I know that Coach Clifford has done this before, where when he takes Jeremy out in that situation, he just kind of leaves him out. And that's basically what ended up happening tonight, although Jeremy did come back into the game later and had it in very important effect on the game when he came back in, which I'll discuss here in just a second. So, yes, Jeremy did play only the 17 minutes. And it looked like one of those games where it's going to be kind of like, boy, he's really not that important, and ho-hum, he's not doing that well, and so on and so forth. Then he came back in with 16 seconds left in the game. And at that point, the score was... what was the score at that point in time? I think it was 107-104 for the, 105 to like 102 for Charlotte. So Charlotte at this point in time, there's 16 seconds left in the game. They're only up by 3 points. Okay. Yeah, something like that, 105 to 102 or something like that. Then Dwayne Wade scored, which made the score 105 to 104, I believe. And as right after Dwayne Wade scored, Jeremy was fouled. So he went in, he received the pass, was fouled, got 2 free throws, hit both of them. Then Dwayne Wade scored again. That made the score 107 to 106 for Charlotte. So Charlotte's once again only up by a single point, and there's 10 seconds left. Now JLin caught the pass once more. He banged heads with Luol Deng. Deng had to leave the game for a second because I think he cut his mouth. Jeremy got hit hard in the head. 2 more free throws, and he hit both of them again. That made the score 109 to 106 for Charlotte with 4 seconds left. Miami called a timeout. They ran a play to get Dwayne Wade a 3-point shot. He got an open look, but he missed a shot, and that was the end of the game. So Charlotte wins the game 109 to 106, and the final 4 points of the game were scored for Charlotte by JLin on free throws. If this sounds like a familiar scenario, it is, because nearly the exact same thing happened at the end of game number 62 against the Minnesota Timberwolves in Charlotte. Very similar situation. Jeremy came in late in the game, and he was fouled twice, and he hit 4 free throws. And those basically kind of sealed the game off for the Hornets in that contest. So yes, this has happened before. In fact, it did happen pretty darn recently. This is a gigantic win for the team, a massive win. They are now tied for the 4th spot in the Eastern Conference, and they're only half a game back of the Atlanta Hawks for number 3. So Charlotte is in a real position. They have a real opportunity to end up with the 3 seed in the East, which is unbelievable. Many people, many serious analysts of the sport did not think Charlotte was going to even make the playoffs this year after Michael Kidd-Gilchrist got hurt. Now you're talking about a situation where they could have the next seed behind Cleveland and Toronto. I mean, that's unreal that they've been able to do this well. They are, in their last 21 games, they're 17-4, and that stretch of games includes a record of 7-2 on the road. I looked at their schedule, their remaining schedule. There are 14 games left. Now, there are a lot of road games. 9 games are on the road, 5 games are at home, but only 3 of the games left are really tough games, what I consider to be tough games. San Antonio, Cleveland, and a game against Toronto. There are 4 back-to-backs, so I mean that makes things a little bit harder. And we have to see how Cody Zeller is. We certainly need him back in the lineup. Hopefully Spencer Hawes can recover soon from the back injury that he's had. That would help if Cody Zeller's going to miss some time. But this team is just playing incredibly well right now. They are playing phenomenally well, and it looks real. They're beating good teams. Miami's a very good team. They're a really good team. They're exactly the type of team that you would expect to be peaking at this point in the season. They're a tested team. They're a solid playoff team. They know how to win in these close games, and this was a phenomenal performance from the team. But so Charlotte, they're winning on the road. They're beating playoff teams. They're beating good teams. I mean, this is legitimate what's happening right now. Now, of course, they need to continue to win, but you're seeing what was really impressive about this game was Charlotte got down by 15 points or 17 points in the second quarter. It looked like Miami was just kind of run away with it, and Charlotte just shifted gears and just started dragging themselves back. And that's what's happening with the squad right now is they're getting more belief. They're getting more confidence. All of the little struggles and mental hurdles that they had earlier in the year, particularly on the road, it's like they don't exist anymore. And so the team is kind of reaching a new plateau as we get closer to the playoffs here. I know that Coach Clifford has stressed it to the team over and over again. Look, a couple of teams right before the playoffs come, a couple of teams are going to really improve, and those are going to be the teams that do well in the playoffs. And he's trying to get the guys to be one of those teams and to have that mindset. And that's what's happening right now. That is what is happening right now. So, I mean, it's impressive to watch. And you got to feel happy for the guys. And I'm happy for Coach Clifford. There was a time during this year where the team was just in such a funk, and you just didn't know if it was going to happen. And this is one of those situations where it's like nice guys finish first. This is a good group of guys. They're intelligent. They work hard. They like each other. They play the right way. And it's good that they're succeeding. And it's going to be very interesting to see how things go over these next 14 games, and then how they go as we head into the playoffs, with the assumption that Charlotte's going to make the playoffs, and they probably are going to make the playoffs. So I said this on Twitter, and a couple of people said, "Oh, you're crazy," and whatever. Look, yes, Jeremy wants to play better. I think I mentioned recently he put out a prayer request asking people to pray for him. He's frustrated with the shooting, and he's frustrated with his overall offensive impact and his numbers and everything. Of course he wants to play better. Of course he wants to play more. Still, he is important for this team. He's critical for this team. And even when he's not having a great night, or he's out of the game quickly because of fouls, he still has an important role to play. When the team needed to get the ball in bounds and get it to somebody to shoot free throws, they went right to Jeremy down the stretch of this game. They remember what he did against Minnesota. That's what I'm trying to say is obviously it's not good that Jeremy's struggling right now, and we don't want to see him struggle with his shooting, with his offense. However, what is good about it is that it's showing Jeremy, or kind of reinforcing to him, you don't have to play great offense to help the team. Even when you're not playing good offense, you're still really important. The team knows you're important. Coach Clifford still knows you're clutch and is using you late in these games. And you're seeing how many other things you can do. You can help on the inbounds passes. You can hit free throws. You can play good defense. And he played excellent defense tonight against Dwayne Wade. He played some very nice defense against Dwayne Wade in this game. And so it's kind of like, we've talked before when Jeremy went to Houston and he felt like he had to be the savior of Houston basketball, as he put it. Well, now it's like the opposite. Now it's like, okay, you can have all these struggles, and you're not the savior of Charlotte basketball, but it's kind of like, okay, now what? Now you've gone through all your worst fears, and you're still here, and you're still important, and the team's still winning. All right, cool. Just kind of dust yourself off and move along. So I think this can actually be a good experience for Jeremy Lin. All of the struggles. And what I said on Twitter, some people said I was nuts, is, look, Jeremy Lin is enjoying this. They showed Jeremy on the sidelines with maybe a minute left in this game. And again, he hadn't played since like 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And I think Marvin Williams got a defensive stop against Luol Deng or something. And Jeremy was so pumped up on the sidelines. And you could just see how excited he was. You can't fake that. And I said, look, Jeremy's so happy. This has to be like so much better for him than how he felt the last 3 years. And that's why people said I was crazy, with the assumption being, he's not playing. And look, Los Angeles was a nightmare for Jeremy. By all accounts, a nightmare. Because of everything he had to put up with on the team. And they were losing constantly. I mean, that's not an easy situation. Houston, they won more Certainly they won more than Jeremy won in Houston and then in Los Angeles, but it was, I mean, we know what kind of chaotic up and down stuff was going on there. Whether it was Coach McHale or Daryl Morey's approach or teammates. Jeremy he's not dealing with any of that this year. So, I mean, you could look at Jeremy's stats this year and compare them to maybe his first year in Houston or both years and say, well, he did better. I can tell you, I mean, this is just my own opinion, but I think Jeremy's a whole lot happier this year than he was in Houston. And that matters. I mean, that affects things. Like Jeremy wants to be in Charlotte, and his teammates and coaches want him to be there. I don't think that was a situation in the last 3 years for him. I really don't. And it's unfortunate. He's not the only person that's ever been the truth for. But it's a lot more satisfying when you don't have to put up with the nonsense. And so it's like, I believe he is really happy, even if he isn't playing, because he wants his teammates to succeed. He likes his coaches. And that's it. I mean, that means a lot. It's like if you go to work and you work somewhere and you make a bunch of money, but you freaking hate it. You hate getting up and going there every single day. It just wears you out. So I think Jeremy's he's in a much better situation now. I really believe that. So, okay, that's it. I'm going to keep this video short. Let's talk about the next game. That game is coming up 2 days from now on Saturday, March 19th, here in the United States at 6 p.m. Eastern Time against the Denver Nuggets. That means the game will take place on Sunday, March 20th at 6 a.m. in China and in Taipei, Taiwan. That's kind of a weird time, 6 p.m. Start on a Saturday night, but whatever. It's cool. Denver is a very beatable team. It certainly is a game that Charlotte will be favored in and that they want to win and that they expect to win. The game following that is against San Antonio, so you win the games that you can win for sure. And we'll be talking about that. Hopefully I'll be able to make the video and I'll know more information about whatever's up, and we'll just take it from there. So a great night tonight. And if you're a JLin fan, an even better night because he was crucial to the victory in the closing moments. This team is really something. They are peaking. They are coming together at just the right moment, and you can see it happening. And as I said, Jeremy is really an important part of this. Even if he's not having a great offensive season, he's still important to what is being done. Thumbs up, thumbs down, your comments below. Thanks, Gary Chen of the JLin Garden fan group for the artwork you're looking at right now. Gary is an artist and blogger in Taiwan. You can learn more about Gary and JLin Garden if you follow the information for them in the links below the video description. In the link, yeah. Also there you'll find information for highlights of this game, and finally information about how you can join the Conservative New Media Facebook group and come and follow us on Twitter as well. Once again, I am PFE Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. Thanks a lot for watching Conservative New Media. We strive to be the #1 JLin YouTube fan channel. Just a great night. A great night, a great win. I mean, they had that little setback the other day against Dallas 3 games ago now, but it's just win, 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 win. I mean, this team is rolling. This team is, like I said, this is a formidable team, and they're coming together at the right time. Hopefully they can remain healthy with the pieces they've gotten right now, and it's going to be really fascinating to see what the final record is and how things start to shape up heading into the playoffs. Have a great night or great day wherever you are around the world. Take care. We will talk to you again soon. Hopefully we'll talk to you again in just 2 days from now as Charlotte takes on the Denver Nuggets from Charlotte, North Carolina.